So happy to welcome you. Welcome to yoga. We're just going to sit in a meditation position to start our class. And I like to sit on a cushion or a blanket, one of the uses for that prop. And one way of knowing how much you want to prop up your sitting position is that your back feels good. Your hips don't strain to sit on the ground, knees feeling good. So feel free to adjust. No need to endure any discomfort. We want to be, it's called the easy pose. So we want it to feel easy and comfortable. And when I was meditating this morning, I really felt the power of focusing and being present. I thought I would vamp on that a little bit as we get into our practice today, because it's almost like a cliche. It's so easy to say, I'm going to be present, or just be present. These sort of very simple things. And then the practice of actually doing that, just bringing my full attention. Often I feel like there can be this very kind of disorganized mental world where my attention just bounces around and there's worries or there's to-do lists and there's this whole thing. There's stuff that's unresolved in my life. And then when I take time to practice, when I make that effort to be present, there's this tremendous release that happens on the mental, spiritual, and physical levels. And today I was really feeling that as I was focusing and just continually coming to my breath and repeating a mantra to focus my mind, I was really feeling how much I could release my body. And sometimes we experience the yoga poses like just it's affecting my physical body. And today I just wanted to open the door to see how as you become present, as you bring your mind continually to your experience in the now, how much that helps you to release your body. I believe that happens because there is a mind-body connection, and when my mind is still kind of in that tension or in that scattered mode, that can be the root of some of my physical discomfort or issues. And this is also not to say yoga is a cure-all, like all you need to do is be present and you'll never have any pain. But yoga becomes a way of relating and really seeing what agency I do have with my awareness. And it's really empowering. So with that in mind, we'll just sit tall. If you want to close your eyes or just gazing downward to release your eyes. Invite your breath to flow. Make your exhales just a little more thorough without straining. Breath flows fully in and fully out. As you sit, you're pinpointing your attention right. It's like following the thread of your breath is that Ariadne's thread through the maze of life, really holding to the present moment with your breath. One tool in yoga is mantra. And this is something I find repeating these words is very focusing, and it helps my mind to release the ruminating tendency. The mantra I want to offer us today is called Ham Sah. It's referred to as the natural breath mantra because our breath is naturally making these sounds. And when you breathe in, that's the sound hum, H-A-M. When you exhale, it's the sound sah, S-A-H. And the meaning of the words is I am that with a capital T. And this is a way that our breath is always confirming our identity with pure consciousness, with cosmic consciousness, universal awareness. So while we're sitting quietly for a minute here, if you'd like to use the mantra with your breath, you're just repeating silently hum when you inhale and sah when you exhale. Hum with the inhale and sah with the exhale. It'll be very natural that through our hour of yoga today, your attention will drift off into just your mental habits. And there's this gentle training that you'll just bring yourself back to the presence, to here and now, feeling your breath. And if you'd like to use the mantra Ham Sah, that is available. Bring hands together by your heart. If you need to rearrange your legs to be more comfortable, go ahead and do that. I'm going to slide off of my cushion. Our opening flow is robin's breath with low wings and high wings. So you have hands together by your heart. When you breathe in, we have low wings like a letter W, so your elbows are moving back. Exhale, arms forward as you round the spine, hands together like an arrowhead. And now high wings, when you inhale, elbows up and back. Exhale, hands together for that arrowhead as you drop your chin. So we'll just get into that cycle, low wings, feeling what that does for your upper back, and high wings. And the pose is not rocket science, so your mind has some bandwidth to practice being present. The next time your arms reach back, just plant your hands. Yeah, we're gonna free up our feet, bring your feet flat to the ground. And then if you're still sitting on something, you'll wanna slide that off to the side so you can windshield wiper your knees. Yeah, side to side. And taking it into a twist. Either direction, just bring knees to the side and then that arm is gonna reach around. And that's our sequence. Hands behind your back, point knees to the other side as you reach into a twist. Yeah, so we're flowing side to side like that. I like to offer a sequence so that some of us might stay in a rhythm of movement and some of us may hold if you find a really good spot to stretch in your hips or your back. Great. We're going to make our way into table pose on the hands and knees. Take a moment to shift your weight forward and back and start to open up your wrist. If you want to add your toes, just tuck them under, shifting hips back. Get that nice stretch under the arch of your foot. If you want to trace a circle, like your hips moving in a circle, see if you can access pinky toe, pinky finger getting opening through your whole hand, through your whole foot. Walk your legs back and lower your hips to the mat, coming into cobra. You could either be on flat palms or up on your fingertips. That's just a little wrist ease. Draw the elbows back as you lengthen heart forward. And we're going to keep it kind of low for now, reaching back through the top of the foot. Foot stays close to the mat. Plant your hands, push yourself into table, and then to downward dog. Toes curl under as you lift your hips. Walk it out, bending knees alternately. Shrug and unshrug your shoulders, finding a middle ground position. Tick-tock your head. Sometimes you can really shift your shoulder position in a way that relaxes your neck. Tap knees onto the mat, down into table pose. Walk the knees closer, and we're going to balance in table. Take your right leg back and left arm forward. When you breathe in, elbow to knee under your belly. Breathe out long like an arrow. Compress your abs. Yeah, and we'll stay on that. Inhale under. Exhale, lengthen out. Really stretch and tone your low belly. Match that movement to the way you breathe today. Next time your leg is long, both hands to the mat, let's lower to the tiptoes on your back foot, and then pivot that heel down, lift your right arm up. So kind of easy side stretch. Top arm might circle as you open up your shoulder, as you open up the side rib connection. If you want a little extra core challenge, push into your hand and foot on the mat and see if you can take a little weight out of the bottom knee. So sometimes it's just taking like 50% weight out. Sometimes you might hover that, take all the weight out. Yeah, feeling that full body core connection. Back into table, relax hand and knee down, right into the other side. Left leg back, right arm forward. Breathe in, elbow to knee. Breathe out as you reach long. When you exhale, feel abdominal tone, how that helps to prevent you from going into a sway back. With the back leg long, we'll take that side opener, hands on the mat, tiptoes of your left foot down, and then pivot the left heel down. Raise your left arm up. Trace a big circle as you open up your upper body. Anchor your bottom hand, particularly the knuckle base of the finger, where finger meets palm. Experiment with lifting any amount of weight out of the bottom knee. So you're using the left foot and the right hand extra. and finding that core connection. Nice job. Hands on the mat. Lower your way down into cobra. We're going to take a few cobra variations today to help open up different parts of our back. Find that low wing position, so kind of W your arms. And it's up to you if you'd like to stay lifting with the chest off of the mat, or if you'd like to move up and down, inhaling when you lift, exhale when you lower. And this movement, it always makes me think of surfing or riding the ocean waves. Yeah, one more breath in the cobra. Plant your hands, pushing up into downward dog. Walk feet to hands or hands to feet and rise up to standing. Arms high, breathe in. Exhale, hands together by your heart. As you breathe, whole body awareness. Feet connect to the earth. And the spine is releasing as crown of the head lifts upward. Excuse me. Sun Salutations with cobra variations. Come on up to the top edge of your mat. Breathe in, reach up and back, heart to sky. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale to a flat back, really plant your feet. Exhale, walk back into the plank pose. Let's take 3 breaths. Always welcome to ground elbows or knees if that feels better for your plank. Let your body get warm and strong. Great. Abdomen to the mat. Now we're going to take that high wing position. So kind of cactus arms and then elbows slide forward. So again, your choice to be moving up and down on your breath, or you may like to hold your pose. Middle and lower shoulder blade area. Really target that. Bring your attention here. So it's not just above your shoulder blade, it's between and under the shoulder blades. Great. One more breath with that. Ground your hands. Exhale back into downward dog. Walk or hop to front of mat with your exhale. Next inhale, rise up, arms high. Exhale, palms together by your heart. A moment to stand, to practice that exquisite skill of being present. Continuing the flow, breathe in, spine lengthens up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in to halfway lift. Exhale back to the plank. On elbows or hands, we're going to pivot our heels. This is a side plank prep. So yeah, your feet are about 1 footprint apart from each other. And then you're just feeling this 3D core, your 3D abdominal connection as your heels move side to side. Great. If you want to take a push-up, just an option, and then lower to your belly. Arms forward like Superman, starting with a half locust movement. Lift opposite leg and arm, and then lower to the mat. following your breath if you'd like. Breathe in when you lift, and breathe out when you release down. Your choice to continue the opposite leg and arm lift, or if you'd like to lift everything, if your body's feeling like a little more power, feel free to do that. Rotate your palms to look at the sky and draw the shoulders down the back and plug in the arm bone into the shoulder socket. Great, let's take 3 more breaths with this pose. Whether you'd like to hold or flow, that is your choice. Excellent. Exhale to release. Yogi's choice to take a child's pose or downward dog. Create a lunge. Let's take the left foot forward to begin. Back knee can be up or down, whatever feels better for you today. Start by rowing in and out of that bent knee, forward and back. Warrior 1 foot position. Plant the back heel. Often I walk my foot in a little bit till the heel can get on the mat. With a lunge in the front knee, arms rise. Exhale, hands together like that arrow shape. Yeah, and we're gonna flow with the wings. Inhale for low wings. Exhale, hands together, chin down. Inhale, high wings. Exhale, hands together. And just moving in your way. And cultivating poise in your body and in your focus. The next time you're in the low wing position, let's straighten our arms. Your choice to just reach straight arms, or if it feels good to hold the hands together behind your back. A few breaths to stretch open your chest. You may like to gaze upward. Make sure the neck is at ease and you can breathe. With your exhale, touch the mat and change out your legs. Right foot forward in the lunge, starting into movement. Like before, we have the back knee either up or down. Row forward and back as you open up your hips. Set the back foot for warrior 1. Lunge into front knee as you rise up. With exhale, hands forward in the arrow shape. Yeah, and we're on that same sequence. Low wings with your inhale. Exhale, forward, round the spine. Inhale for high wings, heart open. Exhale, arrow hands around the spine. A connection with your breath. It's a two-way street. So you invite your breath to be smooth, to be deep. And then you're also noticing if your breath is telling you if you've gone a little too far. The breath might also tell you if you're not all the way in your body, bringing you back to the present moment. With low wings, straighten your arms. Really extend the elbow long. Hands could weave together, just an option as you open wide. Gaze upward if you wish. A couple of deep breaths. Great job. With exhale, hands to mat. We have a moment for your own flow or your own resting pose. Walk hands and feet toward the center of the mat and make your way into the chair pose. So knees are going to bend a lot. Yeah, stretch your arms into the sky. Taking a drinking bird sequence. When you exhale, bend the elbows for low wings. Rise up onto your tiptoes. Inhale, straight arms. Drop the heels in chair. Yeah, so just moving on your breath. Add strength around your knees, really articulating your footprint into the mat. Stay in that low wing position. If it works for your knees, up on tiptoes, 3 deep breaths. Sometimes it's a lot on the knees to be on the toes. So that case, just ground your heels more to release your knees. Nice. Drop your arms. Just let them swing a little bit. Soften your shoulders. Coming into the tree, weight in the right foot. Let's circle the left knee. You might want to stack hands on hips. And different shapes for the tree. We can have the sole of the foot on the inner calf, inner thigh. If balance is super wobbly, we've got kickstand shape for support. Lean your upper body back. Sometimes when I'm balancing, I sort of pitch forward to use a little more core. So try to find this alignment where head is above the foot. Nice. We're coming into standing staff. So just float that knee forward. Right hand under the left knee. Reach the left arm back to twist. Stand strong through your right footprint, really finding this midline of your body. So grounding that leg, lifting through the crown of the head. If you want to kick that leg, just an option. Yeah, there's a core connection. If you kick the leg, core pulls back a little bit. Nice. Hands forward in that arrow shape. We're going to kick the left leg back into standing splits. So kind of like an oil rig, you're just going to lower the upper body, lift the back body, lift that leg. And your choice if you want to open and close the hips, kind of turning your belly to the floor and then to the left side. Bring both feet to the earth and relax in a forward fold. Straight knees will focus more on hamstring opening. Bent knees will focus more on back release, particularly your low back. Nod your head and let your upper body weight pour down through the neck and head, releasing your spine. Bend the knees and come up into the chair. We're taking second side of that sequence. Pour weight into your left footprint, coming into the tree pose. Make this second side of the pose all about your focus. My breath flowing in and out smoothly. aligning with the Ham Sah mantra if you wish. And this is where we feel the inner yoga, this inner connection inspired by the outer activity. Standing staff, point the right knee forward, left hand under that knee, really finding your vertical alignment, your body stacked, and take the twist. Right arm reaches back, shoulders open. Sometimes I can really like release the weight of the right leg onto my left hand. Yeah, let that open up the left chest, the left shoulder. If you want to extend the right leg forward, and if you forget which is left and which is right, that's a good sign. Very advanced yoga. Another breath in the balance pose. Nice, hands forward like the arrow. We're gonna kick the leg back slowly, coming into standing splits. Upper body down, lower body up. And you might reach a little extra. Top hip could fan up and down. See what feels good for opening your body right now. Both feet to mat. Separate the feet a little wider from each other, a little wider than your hip width. If you want to hold on to opposite elbows, sometimes that can help you deepen, releasing your back more. Yes and no. So a lot of you guys know this movement. We're going to start with the head, just nodding yes, shake no. And then we have a minute or two to go all the way down your spine. So a little yes and no articulation through your lower neck, through the shoulder blade area of your spine. In particular, that effort to shake no, the rotation, it's a very core action for your spine, facilitating deeper awakening and release of your back muscles. Yeah, all the way down to the base. Bend your knees and you're gonna roll yourself up to standing by planting your heels. So really take your time, tone your belly a little bit as you come up. Circle shoulders up, back and down. Full breaths. Get a little space, especially if you have a yoga friend today. We're gonna circle at the arms in a Qigong twist. You wanna make sure you can circle freely, feeling that freedom of motion along the sides of your spine. For a standing back bend, I'm going to give a couple of arm shapes that you might like to try. If you have neck issues or your neck gets kind of tight when you do a back bend, I'm going to invite you to hold the back of your head. So that'll be first option. So we're kind of toned in the core, driving feet into the earth, and then arching the chest up, head in the hands. Two other arm positions. One is hands in your back pockets. And then if it works on your wrists and you have a deeper back bend, sometimes you can point the fingertips up your back to support the back bend. And I find a little glute tone is helpful also because that's what's opening up the front of your pelvis. So we have a few moments. You may like to come in and out of a back bend. front abdominal muscles are what retrieves you out of the back bend, kind of pulling you up. Yeah, you may like to breathe deeply through your mouth on your exhale. Maybe there's a sound just helping you to open up. Excellent. Finish up the round that you're on. We're going to take a wide angle forward fold. Face the long edge of your mat, step the feet out. Your choice to have arms back, hands interlaced if that works. Breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out, fold forward. Drop hands if you'd like. It's also an option to keep reaching through your knuckles. Experiment with the weight of your body as it lands over your footprint. Try to equal out between the heel and the forefoot, or try a little more weight in the forefoot. See if that deepens your fold. Hands on the mat, Skandasana. Hands toward one foot as you bend that knee, kind of a ninja lunge. And then we're going to do that on the other side. Yeah, so just side to side, try to sink your hips down as well. You may start to open up your feet, like toes might turn a little more outward. Just let that movement happen naturally as you explore the pose. As you're lunging to the left, we're going to set up kind of a deeper twist. So left knee is bent, plant your hands and you're going to walk them off of the mat and create kind of a downward dog shape. Hands are pressing straight down. Free up your right hand, grab the outside of your left ankle or shin, whatever is reachable. Relax your head down with gravity, and then kind of twisting, you're going to look under your left arm and straighten the left leg any amount as you pull your spine under. Connect with your left palm print. Keep getting that downward dog length all the way through your back. 2 more breaths in the twist. Excellent. Walk it to the other side. So bending into the right knee. Yeah, we're going to walk hands forward off of the mat, kind of in that downward dog shape. Left hand, free it up, and you're going to thread it around the right ankle or the right shin bone. Yeah, whatever you reach, just get a good claw grip. Turn your head to look under the right elbow. Really deep twist. And anytime you need to backtrack, it's an intense pose. Start to lengthen out the right leg. Keep pressing into the right hand. Full exhales, bringing a deeper release. 1 more breath in the pose. Excellent. Hands on the mat. Go ahead and tap knees down. I want to give an option if you'd like to take 1 more flow, or if you'd like to sit with palms up and breathe. A few moments to feel, to return to that inner focus. All right, so next transition is just going to be to lie on your back. I spilled some coffee, so I'm cleaning up over here. All right, give your knees a hug. Rock your spine along the mat, either front to back, top to bottom, or side to side. Finding a massage for your spine. With your back on the ground, either take a happy baby pose or something a little more intense I've been offering is, it's called Urdhva Paschimottanasana, the upward forward fold. So for this, we're straightening our legs and it's like halfway to the plow. You're kind of resting on your mid back. Yeah, your legs might stay a little bent or get more straight as you float your legs up and over your head a bit. Yeah, so just different ways to shape that pose. Make sure your back feels good. Another moment in happy baby or the upward facing Paschimottanasana. Ground your feet, coming into a pelvic tilt. Arch your back, dig your tailbone down, and then reverse. Tone your belly, plant the low back into the earth. This is really good medicine for your spine. If you'd like to continue, that is wonderful. An option to rise into a breathing bridge. So with your inhale, you're going to curl the pelvis using abdominal strength, lifting the spine up. And with your exhale, slowly, one vertebra at a time, down to the mat. And that's our breathing bridge shape. Through the course of your practice today, really appreciating the cumulative merit of being focused. With the last couple breaths for the bridge, if you'd like to stay lifted, just an option. Hands could come under your body. And check that the sole of the foot is evenly planted through outer and inner line. Sometimes we tend to roll to the pinky edge too much, so just even out your footprints. With exhale, spine slowly down to the mat. Grab onto your right knee, stretch the left leg flat. Hands around that knee or behind the thigh, whatever's easier. You're gonna push the knee forward and resist with your hands. Yeah, so that's creating tone along the back of the hip, tone into the hamstrings. Melt your shoulder blades down to the mat. Nice. Release that effort, pull the knee in, and take it to twist. So right knee across your body to the left. Right arm is going to reach out wide. You may want to raise your left shoulder blade and slide it 1 inch to the left. Easy breathing. Doesn't have to be the deepest physical breath in the twist. Unroll and change out your legs. Right leg long, hug your left knee, either around the front of the shin or the back of the thigh. Yeah, and this, it's contract, relax, stretching. Push the knee forward, pull with your hands, ground the outer shoulder blades. Yeah, the elbows might go straight, or if they bend, try to point the elbow bend down toward the mat. Creating a little heat, a little engagement. One more breath there. release the effort to press forward and then twist. Knee over to the right. If you want to adjust your right shoulder blade an inch to the right, left arm is going to extend. Soften the neck and the throat. Relax the base of the skull between the backs of your ears. Unroll your hips to the mat. Give your knees one more squeeze. We're going to curl up in a little ball, creating a little extra tension to release fully. Tone your abs, curl your chin, curl your shoulders forward, squeeze your legs. Take 2 deep breaths. With that next exhale, release to the mat, preparing for final relaxation. If you'd like to grab a sweater, I often recommend covering your eyes. Sometimes I use like the sleeve of a sweater, or if you have a special yoga eye pillow, that is an extra bonus. Particularly in the summer, our eyes can take a lot of the heat, a lot of the extra light to release our brain and our nervous system. Just closing the eyes and covering them if you'd like. At first, you may take a few deeper breaths. Gradually, your breath just breathes you. There's a deep surrender, releasing the need to fix, to analyze, and really sinking into the deep relaxation. Lower belly soft, and just releasing into the Buddha belly, expansive and full of life. Feel your heart center soften. The spine rests lightly on the earth. Back muscles spread out from the spine. As you rest for a few more minutes, there are often these thresholds that you will pass through where you notice the mind ruminating perhaps, and then you really let go. Your body becomes lighter. You may feel that you are not bound by the physical body. And it is in this space of quiet and inner freedom, in this space that we deeply regenerate. At any point, let yourself go and release just a bit more. Begin to wake up your body. Stretch fingers and toes. Brush the thumb over finger pads to wake up your sense of touch. Breathe deeper. Reach your arms and stretch. Roll onto one side and take your time coming up to sit. As you draw this formal practice to a close, I'd like to open the door to informal practice that's integrated into your life. And for me, this is often in the transitional moments, washing a dish, waiting at a stoplight, that I reconnect to the space of my inner yoga practice and taking the moment to be totally present, connecting with my breath and the mantra. And this moment of curiosity and inquiry, how you would like to bring your practice forward through your day. It's so wonderful to practice with you. Thank you for being here. It is such a gift to be with you and practice. Namaste.